Welcome back. Today we have what has to be a combination of two of chat's favorite things to do in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. And that is play Mutanus and play Nomi. And I'm sure by now most people know what the synergy looks like. Nomi allowing you to build bigger and bigger elementals each time you buy one. And then once per turn consuming your elemental from the board to additively add +X stats to your board based upon how many elementals you've played. In other words, what is Nomi's biggest weakness? Well, you don't turn the corner quickly, right? You get yourself some elementals, you play weak for a little bit, and eventually, if you can survive just long enough, you turn the corner and you blow out the lobby. Those big Nomi boards are pretty hard to beat. Well, what happens when you can just consume your old minions as you do the Nomi transition, keep all of those stats on the board, and then accelerate fast when you're playing Nomi on Mutanus by consuming one of those elementals each turn and turning the corner a turn or two faster? Well, shit, we already said it. If you can turn the corner, you win the lobby. It's pretty easy to turn the corner when you Mutanus. All right, enjoy. Right from the swabby here on Jeeve Curve. Oftentimes we end up in these positions where we're playing shitty heroes, like the 40th Malagos game of the day. Multiple Flurgles. All the Muklas. How we've played three Muklas today. And we're trying to, you know, see if we can take a top 25 spot with chat constantly sabotaging. So thank you everybody that came in with the follows. Welcome to Bofur's Gophers. Once the new season starts, we will care a little more about rating. Right now though, it's time to relax. Alrighty, so we do not have a token for next turn. If we did have a token for next turn, then we would be able to level hero power and still power up, but this is a beautiful start for Mutanus. 14 health on the board on turn 3 and capable to level up next turn. God forbid we get a Swabby or a Elemental. If we do, then we're going to have 16 health on the board and be on 3 on turn 4. That's nuts. All that matters is how much health you can put on the board, right? Because this is eventually going to go into a Divine Shield or a bigger minion. And we're thrilled with that. But yeah. Honestly, like, all the raids today. All the 10%ers I see, Bofur, I get why he conceded. Yeah, we've hit a lot of 10%ers recently. That being said, there's no reason to concede. I just screwed up. It was an accident. It ain't the end of the world. You could argue for Party Elemental. Makes the curve a little awkward. We wouldn't consume this turn. We would just do this. We go wider instead of power leveling. Five, 7 on the board. Quillbores and mechs are both out. I think we do this. That we hedge towards pair gaming. Not many times that I can say that we like to be staying down tavern tiers on Mutanus, but in this situation, it's not terrible. Sounds like my type of stream games? Yeah. For the record, I've never voted for Rat King. Savjz, you're one of the good ones. You're one of the people that you want to see the interesting heroes, not the bad heroes. The people out there that are like, bam, Rat King, lock it. Chinvala, lock it. I see you. You are not appreciated. Miss me with that. Alright, we have a ghost as well. Token? We're gonna level next turn. Almost every time, now that we have a ghost. Which means we level, we sell, we hero power. So that we can buy. We either sell off 4 power here, or we sell off this token. These are trash. It'll do though. So we take the aura bonus from the ogre, effectively 4/4 value here. Level next turn, sell off refreshing anomaly, hero power, buy 1, be on 4. Sell off juggler. Juggler's okay. It's 5 health, which is something. This is really just, we've changed from our line that we're previously on to this line once we saw that there's a ghost. We're adapting to the fact that, well, dropping low is pretty good. We can just go to 5 this game. But it's more interesting to see how a good player handles bad heroes sometimes. I don't disagree. Alright, 2 out of 3, this works out nicely. Guess we're lucky today. Oh god, a spore ends us. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Alright. So, yeah, it's a turn 6, which is not super fast. Nomi on Mutanus, and as we all know, Mutanus Nomi is actually kind of nuts, because you can consume the elementals as you use them. Now that being said, it's usually good because you can pair it with Divine Shields, but we have pulled all the Divine Shields out of the lobby because of the bans. I was a little worried about these bans, thinking, look, there's no mechs, there's no ability to play for what we're typically looking for. Mid-game Divine Shields, big stats. We can get the big stats. We'll just have to figure it out from there. Basically, we took out all of the good Divine Shields. This makes me happy? Good, Nif. Good. We don't need to play a bumper, right? Because he's always going to go first. The likelihood that the Alec here has 2 or fewer minions is, some would say pretty low. As is our RNG today. Yo, Hossein, how's it going? Now, I don't disagree with the concept that it's interesting to see good players handle bad situations. I realize I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it because of the gold. There's no chance we could consume it after it landed on Nomi, right? That was big. This thing keeps us alive. Woo! We won a 50-50. Now, I mean, we would have just had a battle Nomi. Chat would have been happy. You know how it goes. Just be all excited because you got a battle Nomi. But yeah, I'm continuing the conversation. I don't disagree with the concept. I like to see good players handle bad situations. That being said, the way that Battlegrounds works, the majority of heroes that are below, like, the bottom 20 type heroes, the best way to play them is to kind of ignore you have a hero power and force tempo comps. That's going to be your best average. And I've kind of taken the mindset that I won't do that. More I'll try to force them for whatever their hero, the way they play the hero. The hero was designed to be played. Playing Flurgle for Murlocs and stuff like that. Oftentimes, like, you get Rat King, yeah, you take a small bonus, whatever. But if you get Jiraxxus, you don't force demons. You probably force taunt comp. If you're really trying to climb, you just, I'm Jiraxxus, I play taunt comp. You're better off playing taunt comp than demons 90% of the time. Unless you get, jugglers or something. Like, you're not playing mid-range demons. It doesn't get you anywhere. Heroes like that, doesn't matter how good you are, you're not going to make up for the fact that the hero power doesn't do anything. Seems pretty decent. Awkward on the hits, though. Very awkward on hits. I guess this is going. Unless I'm double selling Selly here, which is what I'm doing, aren't I? Yeah. Because this one's going to be smaller than the other one. That's fine. It's a lot of stats. We got a decent amount of elementals this turn. It's not perfect, obviously we aren't getting any premium elementals, but the early wildfire and then the 50-50 landing on it is probably enough to win us this lobby. I'm sure the Nomi will at least get some stats this game. Nomi's being very unselfish right now. We like Nomi. I've learned a lot watching Bofur play without a hero power. It's really good to watch. We did talk about that at one point. That one thing that this whole chat chooses the hero has done for us is make us learn how to play vanilla Hearthstone again. Not lean on the crutch of like, well, Jandis is just going to make this game super easy. Playing, you know, Nomi strats on Hook Tusk, yeah, that's a joke. But how does Nomi look when you're playing on Rat King? What's the pace that you really feel that you're able to set? Slash, you know, how greedy can you be with those lines? That kind of vanilla Hearthstone knowledge, it helps a little bit. Like, it's not worth practicing, to be fair. But it's non-zero value. There's a little value there. Alright, I should have sold this first. This has got to go. This has got to go. This is going down. This is going to go. I don't want the buffs to land on it. And then, unfortunately for us, we have an awkward amount of gold. It's a pair or it's party elemental buff. I think we keep the pair at this point in the game. But where we are is effectively a good Nomi board. Our consume gave us an extra 10-10 this turn that we would have sold off the board. And we get online ever so slightly faster than you would as a typical Nomi board. Yo, all of the people that followed, I can't call all of you out by name because there's so many of you. Thank you guys all for the follows. Welcome to Bofur's Gophers. Appreciate you guys dropping by. There have been a lot of people coming from very different places today. So it's a hodgepodge of people outside their element. I'm a little streamer, much smaller than someone like Tyler, for example. So there are people that are here all the time. And there's a lot of people that drop by on raids and whatnot and kind of just chill for a little bit. It's a different kind of dynamic today. A little bit different. It's cool getting new people around. All right, triple. Well, that's a triple. You are indeed a triple. Weak. Oh, come on. I'm keeping Voidlord here because number one, I need a bumper. And number two, I need to protect this from just getting spored. Our biggest minion on the board, is our taunt. And this guy knows that we're a Nomi board. He fought us on the turn where we got Nomi. So it's a very real chance that he tries to play for a poison, puts it in one, and Wind Furies it. Do you try to stay on 4 for a while with Nomi? The general rule of thumb with Nomi is that leveling up for anything more than like 3 gold, 2 to 3 gold, is just worthless to you. The value of hitting another Nomi is substantial. It's nice if you can get it early. But the likelihood that you see a Nomi on a 5-star board is incredibly low, and you do not see that many boards per turn because you're buying elementals. It takes something close to 10 turns on average of cycling elementals before you'd run into a second Nomi. So with that in mind, your return on investment is like 18 turns. It's absolutely ridiculous how long it takes to get a return on investment to level up as Nomi. In other words, don't level up with Nomi. Not until it costs you like 2 or 3 gold. If you're floating that gold and you wouldn't buy another elemental, then sure, you can level. But until you get to that point, it's just not worth it. You're better off taking another elemental. I debated on keeping the gold. There's no harm in doing it unless I don't play a minion. And the upside is just incredibly low. The only upside is if you don't find a single elemental on any of these boards, then... then maybe. Guess we look, right? Nah, we don't look. How do I want to do this? I take this guy, I put 2 on the board, I just leave it. I think that's what I have to do. I don't want to sell anything else. I don't want to sell the Void Lord. It's a Spore. Also, if we consumed beforehand, we would have made it so that we could not keep the 5-star if we did get something decent. And if it's a Nomi or it's a Spore, even Spore's decent enough, or is a Divine Shield, which we don't have many of. As much as it's nice as it is to have the Void Lord here, if it doesn't intercept any attacks, it's not really doing its job. I have it for a reason. One very obvious reason. It is failing to perform, though. Eat your taunt? No, we want the taunt. In fact, that's like the last minion. Oh, eat the... You're saying the... This guy? It's scaling still, though. If we're not at risk of dying, I don't want to lose those stats. This one's unlikely to stay on the board. This guy I want to keep. It's a good hit. Let's get cycled through. Let's get cycled through eventually. We finally found a Divine Shield. It's kind of nice. All right. So we're in a position for next turn where we might level at the end of the turn. A huge Spore? Huge Spore's fine. Now it's unremarkable in this game. Poison being utility that is kind of pointless when you have 57 damage in a lobby full of little minions. Might be useful against Mithrax or Gold Grubber here. Eventually. Maybe. Unlikely. But we said it before. We really have no line here that gives us a bunch of Divine Shields. They're all gone. The Quillbore on 5 is gone that we triple into. Deflecto's gone. Fucking Bronze Warden's gone. Dude, everybody knows exactly what to do against us. Oh, nice. Good hit. Gonna hit left again because of the pause. Easy clap. I keep paying attention to the pause. You can tell exactly what's going to be hit on a Death Rattle minion, depending on the delay. Useless. Completely useless information. But if a minion attacks and kills a Reborn, it has to wait for the animation to resolve before it can attack its Reborn version. The animation for the Reborn will play at the same time as the attack animation if it hits something different. So you can be like, ooh, nice. Pay attention just slightly sooner, or know it just slightly sooner. These are not elementals. Actually, not elementals. Love it. I'm gonna put down the little guy that's a taunt, not the big one. For good reason, right? We're basically protecting this thing from getting sniped by poison. Both of them are doing the exact same thing to beat us. Level? No. I want the minion. The minion. 1 gold at the start of next turn. Would we level? We wouldn't buy Nomi even if we saw it. So it's a question of, is it valuable enough to add Tavern Tempest and all other 5 stars to the pool? Doesn't give you an extra board slot. For 1 gold. And I'd probably go with no. Mutanus Nomi is so satisfying. This is just Nomi mostly. We weren't able to get other Divine Shields because the lobby's empty of Divine Shields. The Void Lord's still sitting here just to protect. That's not the hit. Alright, we win. Hooray! Question is, how much damage do we do? And not enough is the answer. 4, 2, 4. Still gotta beat him again. Bob Targaryen, yeah. Dino Tamer Bomb. Or Dino, whatever it's called. Dragon Speaker Bob. Best Bob. And he's going scam. Is reasonable. Stats aren't really the thing that carries us here. It's a good hit. He's gone from 3 Murlocs, so he's gone 3 poisons. It's gonna be very hard to get this value. Exclamation point YouTube? Gross. Fucking Shutterwalk games are so funny. Gross. We don't even float a gold here. I'd rather keep the Void Lord on the board to protect. At a certain point, there becomes a critical mass of poison, and we can't protect this. And we just have to view that as it's a lost cause. So we probably hero power it next turn. Now, that being said, I'm not going to do that until we get to a point where we know we're just going to start losing rounds. Because we have ghost turns, we have... That was a good hit. Like, we win or we tie. Okay, we always tie. Can't possibly win. Because this has to overkill again. We get a ghost turn, we're at 37. Like, we're not dying. Yeah, these stats are not going to matter. We can do this as start. I realize I'm burning gold. I'm burning gold or I'm burning stats. I'd rather burn gold here. Naturally. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking that goal over there. That's going to be just fine. That seems just fine. Seems decent. Well, at least we have a ghoul. I mean, ghoul, a spore. At least we have a spore. It's a pretty good spore, some would say. Like a decent spore. Reasonably sized. Tolerable. Eat the party next time? I might eat the spore, honestly. I don't know. I don't want to consolidate stats even more than I am. Like, I might just try to build out. To not consume it all. Basically replacing Nomi. Trying to triple this. Putting all medium-sized minions on the board. But Nomi needs a buff. Nice if Nomi got a buff. Like, there's multiple ways to deal with them, right? One is ghoul plus like 4 minions. As long as we have 4 reasonably sized minions, then we beat him. Because he doesn't have enough minions on the board, right? Ghoul makes it so everything trades 1 for 1. And as long as we have more minions than he has poisons, we win. This guy's a little bit different. This guy we have to beat with a decent amount of stats. We can also slam a big minion directly into that gold grubber though. Okay, that's the one we have to deal with, is the big gold grubber. It's also one that doesn't naturally have divine shields, so ghoul doesn't do as much. It's not great. Yeah. We really want the stats to be spread out a little bit more. Okay. Well played, Nomi. You did great things. Would I ever buy this? No? We may not be big enough. We just need to find these triples. Nomi did his job. The fact that we spit on the cyclone's pretty bad. Because it just gets poisoned. Go first. It's not going first. Well. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Alright, coin flip to kill him. We failed. No, he's back. Yeah, school's just gonna happen. I like this minion, if possible. Killing me, game. Just killing me. Alright. Wind Fury and a combination of him getting Macaw to go off and our ghoul procking would be great. Some combination that allows that to proc. You could argue that this isn't as important as Selfless because we shield these guys. And I would agree, but I don't think we die here from 37, so let's leave ourselves adaptable again. Hey, we went first this time. No shields for you. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Yo, Bofur, just jumping in. That's a nice looking board. Yo, what's up, Anton? We did it. We no-me'd.